Hey guys, it's TheTurkeyChampion here, and today we've got some Brighton&Hove career mode. Nothing happened on the transfer line deadline day, so I'm not going to be. That's why I didn't show it. And I'm going to be simming this game against Burnley in the Capital One Cup because I think I've got a good chance of beating them. They're not like they're Burnley. It's a Championship team. I know we are playing them away, but I still think I've got a pretty easy chance. My assistant manager put up a pretty solid team. The defense is solid, but a couple of players maybe I wouldn't play. But everyone else seems pretty good. But in the 14th minute, I get a goal, making it 1-0. And after that, I just wanted them to get a second goal, just so I didn't have to go into like penalties or come back to the game. But hopefully they don't get a goal. But then 2-0. They made it 2-0. So I thought then it's done, but then they get one back. But it didn't matter. We're through to the next round in Capital One Cup, better than we did last year when we lost to Oldham in the first round. And as you know, I'm the manager of Peru, and I have to win every game to have any sort of a chance of getting into the World Cup. And literally, if I can't get in the World Cup, I'm probably just going to resign, because it's the only reason why I did an international team. So if I can't get into the World Cup, I'm not going to be playing anymore for Peru, but because the team is really bad. The only really reason why I joined it is because Farfan, and they're literally like, there is only about 30 players for Peru. There's nothing to choose from, so pretty much you have the subs, the reserves, the starting 11, and then there's about 6 other players you can choose from, which are like 60 and below. So I never choose them. But in the second minute, Chile get off to a good start, and they put one in the back of the net. Really poor defending on my half, but it's not a good backline, Peru. But then 16 minutes in, great cross in, and the header from Guerrero to finish the goal. But I have noticed one thing with Peru: they actually actually quite dominant in the air. And I showed you that guy who's like 5'6" and a 94 jumping. He probably can't be that good in the air, but because of his height, but he probably can win a couple of headers against shorter defenders. But then I got a goal back. Actually, wait, second goal, making it 2-1 to Peru. Maybe I will be going to the World Cup then. So at half time, it's 2-1. I think I got lucky. I didn't show you the rest. They actually got quite a lot of shots behind me. But then goal lines, that he just saved me from going behind. What a slide, perfectly timed. But then 70 minutes in, Alexei Sanchez finishes the goal, but it's Alexei Sanchez. You can't really do much about it. But then great crossing, an amazing header. It's in the top corner. This game is done. This game is done. I think I can slowly hold them off for a bit longer. And then Guerrero puts it through, but then bounces back to Cruzado. Then he finishes it in an open goal. I'm pretty happy with that. 4-2. That game is done. This game is completely done. I've won my first World Cup qualifying game. But then 85 minutes in, great cross in. What a shot. The most amazing save I have ever seen on FIFA. But then and then Guerrero with his second goal of the game. Another header, making it 5-2. But look at that for a save. What an absolute save. That is that's perfectly saved. But then chips it back in. Guerrero, the header in the bottom corner. Diving header. This game is done and dusted. And that was the end of the game. 5-2. Guerrero, definitely man of the match because of that performance. I think he even got a couple of assists. But this is our second international friendly. As I said, we have to win all games because we're like 5 or 8 points behind. I know it's not going to be hard to get a couple of. I know it's going to be hard to get into the World Cup, but I'll try anyway. So, come up against Colombia, who have got Armero, Guarin, Sanchez, Cuadrado, Falcao, James Rodriguez. And then 9 minutes in, oh, for fuck's sake, they finish a goal. 9 minutes in, 1-0 to Colombia. Same shit again. But then Falcao nearly found the goal, but Cuadrado steals the sit, bounces straight back to him and steals a sitter. 2-0 down in 18 minutes. I think it's going to take a lot to come back in this game. But I think if I do as well as I did last game, I think I could. But then, what a touch on. And what a volley. Oh, golasol. Taking it past Zabaleta, the absolute. That's what I'm going to put. It's a poorly mid defender. He could have just headed it back to the keeper. I'm not sure why the CPU didn't. He just sort of stole the ball off of him. Smacks it in the near post. Brilliant goal. It's a great way to start the comeback on. But then we get a corner, and as you know, we're an aerial threat. Oh, it's a great save from Osobeno, the Colombian goalkeeper. That was the end of the game. Literally, that was it. That was fucking it. I'm out of the World Cup, man. I'm out of the World Cup. I'm resigning. I'm resigning after 2 games with Peru. There's nothing left of that team. If I'm not getting in the World Cup, I'm not playing the fucking bullshit friendlies. They can go and have another manager. So this is the 4th game of the season against West Bromwich Albion, and this was a much difficult game than Arsenal, mainly because how good Ben Foster was in goal, making a lot of good saves. But let's just see what happened in this game. So in the 6th minute, Cadlet hits the ball, hits the keeper, comes straight back out of him, and he heads it into an open net. Nice easy goal for him, for the Czech striker. He's a great striker. Maybe if I manage Czech Republic, he probably would be a great player to up front with maybe Barros. But then, El Ganassi goes past all my
players and finishes in the back of the net. 1-1. And this is where it got really difficult to break down. Because I know all my players were full fitness because of international break. And the only ones who got called up were pretty much didn't play. But Karim Fry did. But I think he got, maybe he didn't get played because he's got to play for Turkey. And I don't think he'd get called up for Turkey. Or to actually play in the match. So, that game, going into halftime, 1-1. But then, Cadlet's so close to finishing that. Lovely shot. Unlucky. 69 minutes in. But then, 87 minutes in. Cadlet, Bosielto, finishes it. Drives it into the bottom corner. Golasol. This game is done. 3 points. Brighton&Hove Albion top of the Premier League with 12 points. Yes. So, that was the end of the game. So I showed you all these replays. This is the end of the game and the end of the episode. So it's been your boy TheTurkeyChampion. I'll be live streaming on Twitch tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon. So it's been your boy TheTurkeyChampion, and in a bit.